156, not enough. Comprehensive too, and 34.
Contribution from Najmul Hussain Shanto there. Remained not out with the 50. Has come back into the playing 11. And Mehdi Hassan Mirad.
97.
Is now the batting all-rounder these days for Bangladesh. Proper test bowler who ran through test sides to win matches. Bangladesh is now in this World Cup, given the role of batting up the order. What a shot this was. Markram.
.98 going. I mentioned run rate. Teams have been very conscious of run rates when we've been in strong positions already in this tournament. It may well be a wide it is. Umpire's done a good job today. Haven't had too much conjecture, although very early on in the piece this man was called on to make a line decision and he got it spot on, and that was the wicket of Vuma Shahid Saikat, getting that LBW exactly right, and you'll expect that this fellow will get it right pretty much all the time. Richard Illingworth, outstanding, his 83rd one-day international. Nice drive. Is it good enough? It is, yes, beautifully timed. We saw one in the air, we've seen one perfect on the carpet.
Yeah, this is exquisite from Aidan Markram. It was an off-pace delivery with Shankar just rolling his fingers across it. Markram had to hold that position. He couldn't go through the shot until he was guaranteed that the ball got to him. But the timing, beautiful presentation of the bat straight down the line. And that's beautiful from Markram.
Two outstanding shots so far. Markram, new batter at the crease, nothing wrong with the ball. Was in the stumps, on good length.
And the abbreviated follow through too. Nothing too outlandish, expansive. It's just a check follow through. What a great feeling. That's not too bad either. He has hit 3 in a row like lasers.
This is what happens with the bowler when your good balls are spanked for 4. You're forced to do something different. It just deflates you as a bowler, and that's a rank bad ball. Down the leg side short as well, but it's the pressure created by some class batting from Markram.
Now we've now got captaincy by conference. 5 of the Sri Lankans have got together and they're having a word with the bowler. Shankar is getting plenty of advice. And you just have to feel that maybe it's got something to do with the field that's set rather than the length he was bowling. Because if he bowled those good length deliveries and Markram caressed him straight down the ground, if mid-off or long-off is in place, then all of a sudden it's just a single. And then he has to change his game plan. He's gone to the short pitch that he could have brought finally up into the circle. But after all that discussion, nothing much has changed from a field perspective. And Markram's off to an absolute flyer, 21 of 13.
Just got in the way of that mid-on, otherwise we were looking at 4 in a row. It's 239 for 2. Sights and sounds of Delhi, they are intriguing and beautiful in a lot of areas, and so's that if you're a South African cricket fan. You're looking at 2 World Cups at the moment, a Rugby World Cup being played in France and a Cricket World Cup in India, and South Africa a right royal chance in both of them. Still 16 overs to go. Could they get 380? Could they get more than 380? Vanderdussen cracks it through point just for 1. 99.
Always tricky when you have somebody like Markram coming after a long partnership. There's the onus on the new batter to make sure that the rhythm continues. And one thing that I rate about those shots is in an age where there's a lot of trigger movement, absolutely nothing there before the ball was delivered. He just stood there, frozen feet on the crease, and only reacted after the ball was released. It looks so good. The transition from one partnership to
South Africans is actually his right elbow. It used to be a bit of a flying right elbow, but look how nasty it's tucked in behind his body this time, and that gives him the ability to play nice and straight down the ground. In golfing terms, they'd call it a chicken wing, where that right elbow comes out and it kind of upsets the way the bat comes down. It's difficult to present it straight down the line, but it's an adjustment he's made, and he'll be better off for doing it. And if those straight drives are in to go by, then he's in really good positions and probably feeling confident about what he's trying to do.
Just looking to see if Sri Lanka bring players inside the circle here and just make it a necessity to hit it through or over. Not really. Perhaps mid-wicket has come up, but square leg has gone back. Fine leg has come up. It dictates that this must be a relatively full-length delivery. Can't bowl short with this field. Here's Van der Dussen. A slower ball down the ground, and Rassi has a World Cup 100. How special.
You see the reaction the moment he hit the ball towards mid-off. See that this means a lot.
honesty. We have to be honest about this bowling attack for Sri Lanka. It hasn't really looked like it's had much penetration. You think of all the spinners they've relied on over the years, and it's been a quick dot.
Well, Alaga is back into the attack. He'll bowl his 8th over first, so they can chase and get 1 run more than the opposition, obviously. But I often think that if batting is your strength, you use the conditions to bat in that line. And then for your bowlers, you're creating scoreboard pressure. If you can contribute with the bat to get 340, 350, you give your bowlers a bit of an assistance because their numbers are on the scoreboard that they've got to protect. And that to me is the essence of pressure in the field. You've got a big number, bowlers will bowl better. If you don't know what a good number is, we're all guessing.
Also, the surfaces are being used for the first time at most venues. I think as the tournament goes on, they'll start to wear a bit and be more difficult to come in and try and chase things down with the ball stopping, turning, gripping.
Something that happens in India as well, and a lot of teams also look to bowl first for a reason. When they have spinners in their side, start in the afternoon, the spinners tend to get something out of a dry pitch. Lights on, gets a little cooler in the evening, and spin tends to die down.
Very nifty.
Yeah, premeditated but amazingly effective. Got into that position early, got outside that off stump, making sure if he didn't get hit on the pad, he was outside the line. And this is one of the areas where Rassi van der Vissen's worked hard in trying to be able to be more effective against the spinners.
Yeah, next over we'll try and show you how classical vintage batting doesn't quite work. And when you try something modern, and suddenly, the balance changes. That's happened to Velalage versus Van der Dussen. When he started off, Smithy, you were in commentary and he was just playing dot balls, playing normally. Couldn't get away from the left-arm spinner. Then he decided to go modern. It was a drop catch at point, and since then, he just had his number on Velalage.
That's a good shot. We've seen him hit down the ground, and now he's hitting behind point in such elegant fashion. They have no answer at the moment. They have none. It's 257 for 2.
Such good placement, isn't it, Smithy? I mean, one thing is dealing with delivery, working out its back of a length, but you have to put it away, and he waits until the last minute and then just cuts across it. So not only does it beat the inner ring fielder, but the man on the edge of the boundary's got no chance, as well as it spins away from him.
Such a beautiful city. It really is. Some of the parks and the areas that just stroll around the promenades. Streets are immaculate coming to the ground. It was just a really, really interesting drive, I've got to say. And it has produced also 1-4, even if they score at that, they're well in excess of 350. They might even be thinking a little greedier here. 20 runs. Goodness me. Problems all around for Sri Lanka. Patarana back into the attack. One for 46 from his 6. How good's that? How good is that?
Yeah, that's quality. Markham has really come in here showing there's the skiddy delivery. He's cut across that, he's just held his shape. And it's almost an abbreviated follow through, but still enough power.
He's found out a nice way of just tipping the ball in the air, which allows you to get better timing. And because the fielder was inside, a very sensible shot to get 4. Has he been batting like this all the time? Because this is now brilliant what we're watching right now. Long partnership between Quinton de Kock and Van der Dussen, but he's played an innings of 36, and some of the most memorable shots we've seen today have come from his bat.
Touched a little bit on the fact that the new batter to the crease might struggle a bit. Well, it hasn't been the case with Markham. 36 of 26, and anything that he's gone after, he's found the middle of the bat. 6 fours. That's the perfect foil. When a wicket falls, you always get a little bit concerned. Bowling teams think, okay, well, this is our opportunity maybe to squeeze for an over or two. 49 of 39 has been this partnership.